Risk is a really, really interesting word, isn't it? And I guess to a great degree, it depends how you would interpret the word risk. I remember the very first time that I arrived at Radio 1, and the BBC management back in those days literally said to me, go on air and cause some trouble. That's what we want you to do. Go on daytime Radio 1 and tear it up. And John Peel very, very rightly turned around to me at that point and said to me, you know, the management's idea of trouble and your idea of trouble are probably two entirely different things. So be very, very careful how you approach this. And actually, he was absolutely right. And I think that's really, really critical to assessing what risk actually is. You have to look at the language in the environment that you're operating in, and that's key. I guess one of the biggest risks that I've ever taken, as perceived by the general populace, was actually resigning from Radio 1. People said to me, oh my God, you can't resign from Radio 1. And I thought, well, yeah, I can. You know, I can do anything that I want to do. And it was interesting, I guess, because people, in many cases, interpret Radio 1 as the pinnacle of any career, whereas I had seen, you know, everything that I'd achieved with the programme is pretty much as far as I could possibly go at Radio 1. And I mean, I was in a remarkable position. We were breaking artists like Burial and James Blake and Flying Lotus on the programme. All of the early dubstep scene was channeled through my show, my late night underground specialist music show. And the programme was flying, you know, it was in peak condition. But I saw that as an opportunity to use that as a jump off point, basically. And I couldn't believe that people's attitude was, well, I don't know, abject terror for a lot of the time, really, to be honest. People just couldn't believe that I was going to resign and leave all that. But I suppose I had made a promise to John Peel, actually, at his funeral, just a very silent promise to him. I'd stood there and I'd thought to myself, Jesus, I've just been so lucky to be the beneficiary of his wisdom, unofficially, I suppose. He was a mentor to me for at least 10 years when I was at Radio 1. And I feel a duty in some respects, I suppose, to carry Peel's torch forward and try to instill some of that bravery in the next generation. So that's what I went to do. I went to work at Sheffield University for a year and contend with 700 young students who came in and stripped me like a school of starving piranha to the bone every single day for everything that I knew. But, you know, that was one of the most wonderful experiences of my life, and I wouldn't exchange it for anything. And it was my salute to John. It was important that I did it.